right, so sit comfortably. As always, you can sit on top of something. If you need a little bit more space with your hip flexors. You can also be on in like hero's pose, on your shins or whatever feels comfortable. Okay, so sit up nice and tall and just kind of notice, I'm gonna sit sideways. You tend to tip forward or tend to tip back. Really try and find the center from side to side and then front to back. Let's do a couple of pelvic rolls here to make sure we're on our sits bones. So we're gonna just start to breathe natural. And then we're gonna tuck your tailbone and kind of roll off. So you can feel this roundness in the back. And then come up to seated. And then as much as you can, anterior tilt your butt back. Feel a little bit too much curve, right? You should feel some stretch in the back. Just do a couple of rounds of this. Don't worry about the coordination of the breath. We're just feeling some mobilization. We want to be able to move our pelvis independently. A couple more times. And find those sits bones. All right, roll your shoulders up, back and down, and then keep them there. I'm going to turn this way. Let's start to breathe deeply. So in through your nose. So the lungs expand, and then exhale through your nose. So inhale, grow taller. So the crown of head, you're going up to the sky, and then exhale, feel a little bit more relaxed. So shoulders melt away from your ears. A couple more times like this. Inhale. And then try and send the breath not only to the front, but to the sides and to the back. One more time. And then exhale. All right, let's try and work on our lateral breathing, those little elevator doors that open and then close. So think of the elevator doors to the side, the normal ones. Inhale. Exhale through that mouth, that straw. Grow taller. You're always trying to create length in your spine. One more breath like that. Shoulder blades drawing together. Now keep going, but I want you to draw attention to your pelvic floor. So as you inhale, the pelvic floor descends into the ground. And then exhale, it draws up. So we're not trying to jam it in, right? It's just like a lifting. 2 more times like that. Inhale, full expansive breath. Chest is broad. Length, length, length. Like on those traction machines last time. Inhale. And then exhale. So this is our neutral. We have our natural curves, drawing that chin slightly back. All right, now let's take this shape down to all fours. So stacking your shoulders right above your wrists, spread your fingers nice and wide. Index fingers are forward. Same thing, your hips are over your knees. And then roll your shoulders up, back, and down, stabilizing. It's like you're catching that egg in your armpit. You don't want to lose it. Now create length here. So you're trying to create, float your rib cage away from your hips. And we tend to dump here, right? So I want you to draw those low ribs up, finding that neutral. Keeping that neutral, we're going to do protraction retraction. So reach through the crown of your head. Nothing else changes except your shoulders. So draw those shoulder blades together. And then draw those shoulder blades away from each other by pushing into the ground. Keep going with that breath. So we don't bend our elbows to make this happen. We're using our shoulders, just some mobilization, firing up the back body. 2 more. Keep drawing the pit of the belly up. Last one. And back to center. All right, today we're really working on our articulation. So this is familiar to you guys. Think of the cat-cow, but I want you to really think of the order. So first I want you to drop your chin into your chest. Nothing else changes. Now I want you to draw your low ribs up into your back. And then I want you to draw the pit of your belly up. And then I want your tailbone to tuck a little bit. Hold this. And then we're going to go the other way. Tailbone starts to lift. The pit of the belly drops a little bit, but doesn't dump into your lower back. And then opening up the chest, looking. Speed that up. Inhale. Tuck the chin, ribs go up, then the pit of the belly. So see if you can really think segment by segment, like we're doing that roll down. We want to try and hit every little vertebrae. So starting the curve from one end. And then again, really important, still creating length. So don't stick your butt out. That's not what we're going for. We're going for neutral. 2 more times like this. Should feel nice in the morning. Just to neutral last time. Oops, I did it wrong. And then back to neutral. All right, quickly sit back on your heels. So let's roll your wrists out a little bit. Because we're going to be on them a little bit. So one way and the other. You do some hand opening really, really quick, firing up these muscles, right? We never want to dump into our joints. Alrighty, find our position again. Nice neutral, drawing the pit of the belly up. Length, length, length. All right, send that right leg back. Round your toes. Your heel is lifted, so have nice, big energy from the crown of your head to your heel. Hold here. And then start to float that left arm up, spin your left thumb up, and then reach your hand out above your head. Without dumping into your low back. So start to draw your belly up. You stay neutral, then float your leg up. All right, let's hold here. Grip the mat with your right hand. This is core work. Try not to shift. And then let's bring that foot down, hand down, back to the knee. Then just notice if you kind of shifted to your left. See if you can minimize it on your side. All right, roll the shoulders, find that neutral, send that left leg back. Same thing, really open up the front of the hip, turning on every muscle in that leg. Hold here. Watch the dumping in the low back. Let's lift that right arm up, send it out in front of you, roll the shoulders up, back and down, not dumping, and then float that leg up. And hold here. So creating length, reaching through your toes, reaching through your fingertips, but not letting the joints come out of socket. Draw them back in. Square hips. One more breath. And then coming back to center. All right, sit back in the child's pose real quick. You can round the spine up to the side, breathe into the back. Draw the pit of the belly back. This is not a rest like a child's pose. Beautiful. All righty. Now we're going to work on the articulation again. So tuck your toes, sit back on your heels, get a nice press into all 10 toes. Feels nice. Walk those fingertips back and come into a little bit of a crunch. Lower your head. And then we're going to roll up. So start to straighten your legs as much as you can. Drop your heels. I stay super bent with my tight handies. Shake your head yes and no. Or are you feeling open through the back? All right, so we're going to stack. So you should feel your hip bones nice and wide. Draw the pit of the belly up as you start to stack one by one. Head is last. You can't see me, but that's okay. We're going back down. Inhale. Exhale. Remember that articulation. Chin tucks. Then draw those lower ribs in, just like we did. Pit of the belly goes up even more. And then coming down. A little bit more weight in your toes rather than your heels. And let's roll up one more time. Thinking of the order of what things happen in what way. Broad chest, last time, inhale. Exhale, tuck your chin, nice articulation. Feel the opening through the back of the neck. Pit of the belly draws up. Alrighty, you know where we're going. Walk out your hands into your plank. Now, if you need a little bit wider base of support, open your feet. If you need less, you drop your knees. I'm going to be up on my toes, but think about length through the back. Turn on those quads. I want them to lift in. All righty, tuck your chin. The ribs go up, belly goes up. Then you send your hips back into space. Go the other way. Start to tuck your chin and roll forward, unfurling to your plank. So good. Inhale, tuck your chin. Feel that opening. Push those shoulders away from your ears last time. Tuck your chin, start to roll forward, lift on those heels. Hold, hold, hold. Drop your knees, sit back. Awesome. All right, walk those fingertips in, flip around to your booty. Plant your feet, draw those knees together. Now, start to lift everything up like you're trying to draw it all up. Hold behind your knees. Draw your shoulders up, back, and down for that broadness. Inhale, and then tuck your tailbone. And really diving down into the details here with the spine. And then go the other way. Lift, lift, lift. That is last. Just one more. Inhale. And back up. Great. Let's make this harder. Reach those arms up. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. Tailbone. C curve. Yep. That's kind of a low one. Only come back as far as you can control it. Really think of that articulation. That hollowing out of your belly. One more inhale. Coming up. Great. This time we're going to go all the way back. Inhale. And exhale. Tuck your tailbone. And coming all the way to your back. That is last. Great. All right. Now we're going to do what we did, but now we're going against gravity. So float those arms up, shoulder blades away from your ears, sliding down your booty. Now ribs, draw them down, feeling this connection. Elevator doors are closing. Tailbone is heavy. Let's bring one leg to the tabletop. And then the other. Just to 90. Draw those legs together. Zip everything up. Create length, right? Depending on your anatomy. Just hold here. You guys know for me, I stick my butt out, my chest flares out. I really have to make sure it's connected without lifting up my tailbone. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So right arm lifts, left leg goes out at a diagonal. Inhale, don't flare, and then exhale, back to center. And other side. So really reach through those fingertips, fanning your toes as well. I start to pop up if I'm feeling weak, like I kind of am these days. I'm going to go a little bit higher to the ceiling with my feet. Keep going. Now pay attention to your ribs as well. They're not flaring. Think of that nice flat back you had in your tabletop. Last time. Ooh, yes. Last time on the left. And float those arms down, bring those toes down and relax. Feels good. Rock your tailbone back and forth a couple times. Great. Let's get going. Let's raise your arms above your head. Exhale, curl your chin to your chest, look at your belly, look between your thighs, and rolling down. If you need less, you can always have your hands behind your head and curl up. But I'm trying to get us into position for our favorite hundreds. One more. Just like that, so that flattening in the back. And last time. All right, pop one leg up, and then the other. Let's point our toes, zip those legs together. It's different. Pump your arms in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Keep going with the breath. Now you can make it staccato or smooth. This is too much on your neck. You can even have one hand behind. It's hard. You wiggle a little bit more. Halfway there, guys. Really get that blood flowing. So as you breathe in, try not to let that belly go out. Breathe into the side. 3 more. Of course, you can always extend your legs. Only if you can keep that neutral, that slight imprint. Last time. And draw those knees in. Lower your head. Toes are down. Good. Great, great, great. So let's flip into your belly. Plant those palms, roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Tops of the soles of the feet are down, butt is engaged, but not clenching. Inhale. Exhale, start to articulate, push that pencil with your nose coming up, and then coming all the way down. So we don't want to lift so much that we dump in the lower back. We want to draw the belly in and up, protecting our back, but using our back. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Those shoulder blades glide down. Twice more. We're going to hold this last one. One more. Float those palms up. Now roll your shoulders back and down. Now here, create a little length. So reach the crown of your head, reach through your toes. See if you're reaching evenly from side to side. 3, and 2, and then 1, and then floating down. Good, start to push back, elbows hug in. Quick rest. And rest is over. Roll back. Back to your back, guys. All right, let's check out that articulation with our roll up. So feet are bent if you want, otherwise they're extended long. Let's do a couple of flexes and points, and then you can rebend them if you need. So finding that neutral all along your spine. All right, let's keep our toes pointed, zip them together. Arms float up. Keep those hips and ribs connected. Think of that articulation. So nod your chin to your chest. Then ribs sink. Belly pulls in and up. Ooh, yes, that's way harder when you think about the details. Reach the front of your head. Keep that curve. Now we're going the other way. Do you find that imprint in your lumbar? Put them down in order of those vertebrae. Head is last. Let's do it again. Inhale. On the chin. I got the shakes, that's okay. Broaden through those hips. To the pelvic floor, drawing up. Watching your feet, that they're not rolling out or rolling in. Last time, inhale. Reach. All right, let's hold this a little bit longer. All right, flip your palms down, roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and then restack up. Okay, we're gonna do our flat back. So we're gonna reach forward, kind of a closed leg, spine stretch forward. And then I want you to start to lift your gaze, lift your hands, shoulder blades slide down, flat back, and then restack. Twice more, inhale, reach. And then lift your gaze, lift your palms, look out at the sky, and then restack for the shoulders, draw back in space. Last time, inhale and exhale. Palms, lift your gaze, reach those fingertips, flat back, and then up, and then arms behind you, shake it out, great. Okay, let's come down to our elbows. So take a look at your belly and then try and find that neutral here. So you're not flaring those ribs out, you're staying lifted. Point your toes, your legs are zipped together. All right, stabilize your hips. I want you to float that right leg up on a point, flex it, and then draw it down. Same leg, point up, and then flex. Keep going. So nice articulation. 2 more. Kind of like we're doing our side leg. See how long you can make that leg. Without drawing out of the socket. Switch sides. Zip them together again, feeling everything draw up. Hold that left leg up on a point. Flex, and then down. Make sure you're not collapsing. You're using the core to keep you up. Stabilizing the shoulders. time. Beautiful. Now we have nice long legs. Let's come all the way down to our back. I'm going to scoot down. Hands behind your head. Of course, you can always stay down with your head. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Curl up. Legs and tabletop. We're going to do that same thing, curled up. It's going to be way harder. All right, send those legs up to the sky. All right, left leg stays in space. Flex that right foot, draw it down, point it, then draw it up. Flex that right foot, draw it down, point it, and draw it up. 3 more. So your left leg can be in tabletop, right? It could be like this. 2 more. Practice it. If you lower your head, I'll give you a little break. The other side. So you choose, if you're coming out of neutral, maybe you bend your left, or start with bent left and then straighten it up. Alrighty, curl up, articulating. Alrighty, other side. So same thing. Go this side. All right, so flex your leg, bringing it down, and then point, and drawing it up. Flex, and back up. Just twice more. This is how much it likes to feel when we're doing our side leg. Both legs back in. Lower your head, hands grab the front of your shins, rocks up side. Okay, let's do a little side leg. Speaking of, can we come up on our hands today though, if we can? We're gonna have our side planks. We're gonna do that first. Yesterday we were on our elbow. So let's try, if you can, roll your shoulder up, back and down. These ribs come like this. So you're nice and stable. You choose your legs. Bent on bottom is great. Then extend that left leg long. I think I'm gonna do that version today. So drop that hip, nice and neutral. Inhale, and then you're gonna lift up. Maybe you get that lift your hips a little bit more. And then coming back, and then coming down. So just do some sort of side plank action, whatever's feeling good for you today. As you can see, my right arm is at an angle. My right shoulder is not rolling forward. Twice more. I think what's happening, your lower obliques are coming up, right? So when we're on our side leg, I want you to feel that. And then coming down. If you can, we're gonna stay up, like I said. Let's bend that bottom leg. It's a little easier to find that neutral. So this lifted, keep that bottom leg. All right, top leg, let's hover it up. I want you to send it out on a diagonal. Length all the way, and then bend it in. And then length, bend and stretch. Flexible feet. Reaching through the crown of your head. Just twice more. Belly drawing in and up. It's kind of like you're in a plank, right? One more. Okay. I want you to externally rotate it. All right. Now we're going to lift it up just a little bit and then back down. And lift. And down. You should feel the inside of your thighs working. Keep drawing those low ribs forward. Right shoulder back. 3 more. 2, straight leg. Doesn't matter if you don't get very far. Last time. All right, bring it back to parallel. We're going to draw it forward on a point and then flex it back. Let's add our arm. So keep that leg back and reach that top arm. Great. Flex it. And then point it back. Reach with that arm, staying lifted, and a little bit more space in that front hip. And 2 more. Reach, reach, reach. Not sticking your butt out too much. Last time. Reach, reach, reach. Let's hold, lift out of that right elbow. And then back to center. Come up. Let's do a little mermaid. A little mermaid. How cute. Swing those feet around to the side. They're still the same way. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. Inhale with that right arm up. Up, up, up. Still keeping length in that left side body. Not collapsing. You're still trying to float those ribs up. And back to center. Keep that arm lifted. Twice more. It's time. Shoulders away from ears. Get that reach. Let's get a little rotation. We haven't done that today. Chest is down. Let's hold here. Reach through those fingertips. And back to center. All right. Got two sides. Flip those legs around, starting with that side plank. I'm going with the straight arm version. Shoulder blade. Left one back. Left ribs rolling forward, squaring. I'm going to keep this left leg bent. My right leg is nice and long. Stacked. All right, we're going to do this 5 times. Inhale. From the core, everything initiates from the core. And then come down. Just a little dip down. And then lift up. Little micro bend in that elbow. Watch that hyperextension. You super bendies. Twice more. Square. And last time. Hit that reach. And then coming down onto your elbow. Keeping that left leg bent. Roll this rib. Roll the shoulder. Nice and active. Keep this bent. All right, lift that top leg. Just hold here for that lengthening. And this bottom waist is lifted. Beautiful. All right, we're gonna lift and lower. I think that's what I did. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Think of that lengthening. Oh, that stretch. One more. Give you a little extra love on this side. And then back and hold it. Then maybe straighten it out. Then we're gonna do our external. So watch what's happening with the shoulder, as always. Reach to that heel, again, making that top leg super long. Or externally rotated. Okay, we're gonna do this lift. So toes up to the sky. Watch that top hip. This one is really tight for me, so I really don't get very far. Not collapsing in the left. 3 more. And we're going to do that forward and stretch back. And back to center. Bring it back to center. All right, we're going to do that arm. Oh, a little too close to the former. All right, arm. We're going to reach it back at the point. Reach that arm. And then flex it back. Sorry, flex it forward. And then reach. So finding length through your limbs, again, but not letting the joints fly out. 2 more. Yes, last one. Center. Bring this down. Come up. This is my awkward little mermaid. This one feels weird. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. All right, guys, separate your legs a little more if you need to. 3, up and over. Reach. Lift through that right side body. Go up and over. Bicep in line with your ear. Really draws in. It's time. Reach. Rotate that chest down. Reach through the crown of your head. Feel that left side body stretch. And then back to center. Arms come down. We're going to come back to all 4s. Just where we started. Inhale. Start to drop the belly. Lift your tailbone. Lift your gaze, but not too much. And then going the other way. So hopefully you're feeling a little bit more mobile. Feel a little bit more stretched out and lengthened. Twice more. Nice, easy cat-cow. And hopefully you'll just be a little bit more mindful about your spine when we do various things. And then back to center. Because I love you, we're gonna end with a plank. All right, your choice. Bring your knees together, separate. You can be on your toes. I'm gonna get on my toes. I'm gonna send that right leg long, and then that left leg long. All right, we do 5 breaths here. So think what's happening. Drawing everything to the midline. Strong legs as quads are lifted. Heels are going back. Head's going forward. Isometric contraction everywhere. You got 2 more breaths. Drop your knees if you need to. Beautiful, flat back, last time. Oh, beautiful. Untuck your toes. Rest, breathe into your back. Walk those fingertips in, stack your spine. Round. Let's take 2 big breaths. Inhale. Circle, sweep those arms. And then floating down. Already feel articulated and lengthy, I hope. And down. Beautiful, guys. Hopefully you got a little bit of a sweat on. I will see you next time. Thank you.